In spite of having no decent and particular career plan, I remained a loner for long in this so called urban scientific community. I was suffocated, puzzled, and hopeless among people merely running after fame and career graphs all around me. Some of them were even more confused. So I was left on my own to find my answers. Though the journey at its initial days had begun with a lot of joy, childish curiosity, and dreams of non ending creative exploration, the rapid and massive changes brought about in the society in recent past had its prolonged impact on me. I was surely grasped into the trap of something they call global depression. After all, as living beings, we are open and not isolated thermodynamic systems. With continuous and reversible flow of mass and energy between us and our surroundings. The rapid, overwhelmed corporate invasion in modern urban life, especially eminent in the third world countries like that of ours, had perhaps long exceeded a critical threshold of disjuncture in terms of a sustainable coexistence of ideas and people of diverse origin. The harmony was overtaken by cacophony all over the place. The venom and the void of baseless individuality, material possession, barbaric, irresistible inertia towards success and domination was slowly but surely presented to be the only monopoly of how life should be led on planet Earth. On the other hand, the notion of wisdom seemed to disappear, replaced by a thorough and deliberate brainwash of so called informatics everywhere, as if it is the ultimatum of civilized mankind is to fill up the whole of human brain with the garbage of never ending information and get lost. The demand of the time was discovered to be drastically tilted towards robotics and artificial intelligence, with very little space and scope left for virtues, intuition, imagination, and manual effort. Having groomed in an altogether different environment with an unorthodox outlook of creative joy and high degree of free will, I was desperately trying to find a fit for myself with this rapidly changing time. Whom I was looking for was perhaps my alter ego. Finally, I was able to snatch a few days and escape into a remote tribal village surrounded by the Dalma Mountains near Jamshedpur. I had surrendered to a superior existence somewhere to show me, dictate me, and guide me. I was trying to free my mind at least for a few days. Here we are with the founder of the organization, Mr. Pranab Choudhury. Uh, Tell us a little bit about the history and the journey you have pursued till now, right from the beginning.
So this organization started in 1983. We, we at that time I just thought that to stay in a remote village with the villagers and give them my helping hand to solve their problems, as well as at the same time to learn from them. That was the actual motto. And so started when I started, I saw that so many problems. It was ruled by jamindari,
Landlords.
landlords, and money lenders, contractors, and police and government officials. And with 40, 50, their agents from the villages. So the exploitation all over. But we started our work with elephant issue.
The elephant issue.
The elephant issue.
Okay. Which is very significant of the place.
Yeah, at that time the elephants were coming out from the forest and claiming the crops of the farmers. So at that time the farmers were not getting any compensation. They were actually convinced that elephant, the police and forest department, what they can do with elephants. And so they were, most of them were worshipping rather Ganesh Thakur.
The elephant god.
Ganesh Thakur, Dhan Kha Gaya. And forest department police was saying that what can we do at elephants? We are for thieves and dacoits. So we raised the issue that elephants, people should get compensation because it is as similar that I asked some forest officials that when you after a month's work you are getting salary packet, and if somebody snatches that salary packet, how do you feel? The same thing here. It is the whole year's crop.
Exactly.
Whole year's harvest. So elephants keep away those things. So at that time, ultimately our fight brought some result, and compensation was declared for both for crop loss and life loss. Then we started organizing women, because we started first women organization, Mahila Samitis. Then lot of science technology issues we took. Biogas was introduced here first. Mushroom was introduced in 1984. At that time people were not knowing that mushroom can be grown. They were knowing mushroom only could be collected from
Okay.
the forest. So like that, lot of things, organic farming, horticulture, this belt. Now it is famous for vegetable cultivation, this block. But when we started at that time, no vegetable cultivation was there. One or two farmers used to grow tomatoes and this thing. But
What
now-
kind of vegetables are more prominent here?
Now all kind of vegetables are grown here.
Okay.
And half of the vegetables of Jamshedpur supplied from this block.
Okay.
So like that the economy has started. So some other uh, consequences also are there. But anyway, this economic development has started in
Tell us a little bit
19.
about how do you manage economic sustenance to run this kind of a project? Who are your essential funders over the years? Because
Over the years, we lot of international funders. They used to fund us. Christian Aid London, CCFD France, CBMO Netherlands, like that Action Aid, and some central government projects, DST, DBT, uh, yeah, transport,
National
medicinal
Medicinal Council.
transport, Ministry of Environment. So they funded some projects, and lot of national organization, Priya, Vani, we collaborated. Voluntary Health Association of India. I was governing body member of Vani also for some time, member of Voluntary Health Association, so like that.
was the performance satisfactory to those
Yeah,
funding
yeah,
bodies?
they funded 10 years, 12 years
Okay,
at a
so
stretch.
funding is not a big deal for you to manage, I
It,
guess.
it was not, but now it is.
Why is that?
Because the mode of, the character of voluntary organization sector has changed. Now, no voluntary organization. Now all are NGOs. We used to check out the program, project, and funders used to fund.
Okay,
Now it is all the projects and
they
everything.
will decide what.
They will decide
Okay,
everything, and you have to apply,
right,
and you have to do their work.
right.
Basically, mushroom farming was introduced in this area as a mean to financially make women self-help group independent.
Okay,
Okay, so they were trained under experts in our organization, and Mr. Pranab Choudhury, who is the founder of Shromojibi Unnan, our organization, first introduced mushroom in 1984,
mm-hmm.
and that time it was under Bihar.
So as far as I can remember, it's just after 1 year of the birth of this organization, because it was established in
Yes.
1983.
That time malnutrition was a huge problem in this area.
Okay,
So mushroom plays a vital role in fulfilling this malnutrition problem, which is still over here, but it is largely decreased from 80s or 90s decade.
okay.
Then
But tell me one thing:
yes,
is it like a rice or a wheat, or you know uh, main course food for this locality?
no, it's
Can
not.
mushrooms serve for that?
No, it's not a main course food.
Yeah,
It's a side dish,
yeah.
and
But it has a lot of
it has
nutritional
got yes,
qualities.
yes, yes, exactly. It has got a very low level of carbohydrate, very high level of protein, and it's a mixture of many important micronutrients, which are generally unavailable in normal vegetables that we found in our market.
Okay,
So, if a
so
person
it's
devoid of malnutrition
uh-huh,
can take at least 100 grams of mushroom every day,
uh-huh.
then it will be very beneficial to those.
Okay, so it's like a combination of lentil, which is a dal,
Hmm.
and some other vegetables
Hmm.
which has which have those micronutrients
Exactly.
like vitamins and minerals,
Exactly.
probably,
Exactly.
isn't it?
Hmm.
Okay, wait. What is written here? I cannot read Devnagari. I think
No, it's
Jai
Jai Bhole Baba. It's
Jai
not in.
Bhole Baba. Okay.
It is not written in Devanagari. It's in Hindi scriptures. Basically,
Devnagari and Hindi are quite similar.
quite similar.
Yes.
Actually,
And this is that Bhole Baba, right?
this is the Bole Baba.
Ah, totally in black. So this is the place where mushrooms are packaged, as you can see.
Mushroom bags are packed.
Okay.
Actually, this place was earlier used as a meeting place, and this place has got a very unique design, which is of low cost housing technology is used over here.
Okay.
Basically, this straws are used as a substrate to grow mushrooms.
Okay.
Okay, so these are cut in specific 2-3 centimeter pieces.
Okay.
Then they are sterilized or pasteurized,
Okay.
and then later on packed in these PP bags. This method is called layer spawning,
Okay.
in which a layer of straw is packed with a layer of spawn called mushroom spawn. This is
Spawn.
basically mushroom seeds.
Okay. And then what do you do with this?
Then this bag is tied
Okay.
like this way,
Like these ones.
this way,
Okay.
and then holes are made
Okay.
so that there is
Air
enough
can-
aeration and
Okay.
all this, and they are hung in our farm, and regularly we water it.
Do you have it somewhere, open, so that I can place it in my hand and take a snap?
Do you want to take the seeds?
Yeah, just the seeds.
Okay, let me see. Okay, you are quite fortunate. These are the
There we
seeds.
go.
Yeah, this is white because these are the myceliums which is covered in the grain. We mainly use paddy for making this spawn. Millets.
What do you call it? Spawn.
Spawn.
Spawn. Spawn
Commercial
means
spawn.
means seeds.
Seeds. These are white because these are coated with mycelium.
But I get an impression that these are very close to rice grains, don't they?
Yeah, they are rice grains.
So they're rice grains and they're coated with mycelium.
Coated with mycelium. Also, wheat grains can be used. Also, millets.
That's interesting, because then you have a larger surface area, I
Yeah, of
assume.
course, of course.
Okay. Mycelium is the root body, isn't it?
It is a network.
It's a network. What are the nodes in those networks?
Myceliums are networks, and the fungus, the mushrooms that that are edible,
Uh-huh.
these are mainly the reproductive organs of those mycelium body.
Okay. But why then you call it a network?
Because it looks like that way.
Okay, so it's like branches.
Exactly.
Okay. Right.
Interconnected branches.
Okay. If I just isolate one piece of grain, white grain, from these, coated rice grains, and place it under the microscope, a bright field microscope, what do I see?
You will see the mycelium network.
Okay. So it's that small. And what is the size of a grown mushroom? One grown mushroom?
One grown, it's called fruit body.
Fruit body?
The cap varies from say 2 centimeter up to 10 centimeter also.
Okay.
Depending on the type, the strain.
Okay. Now where are you going?
We are going to another room where there are several mushroom bags of different varieties.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you all those bags.
Okay. It's quite a large place actually.
Yes. Earlier, this mango garden was used as a meeting place.
Mango garden?
Was used as a
Meeting place. Okay. So it's an open air conference room. Yeah. Like the ones Rabindranath also built in Vishwaharati.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is another room where mushroom cultivation is also going on.
Right.
These are the bags.
So yesterday you were just telling me about these three compounds. One of them was pluran, I think. From where the name, what was the name?
Pleuritus.
Pleuritus. So that's the genus.
That's
for
the genus.
mushroom. And what are the species I mean, commonly?
There are various species. Right now we are cultivating 3 of them.
Okay.
If you can take this snap, this one, this
Right.
is Pleuritus austriatus. Okay. It has got 2 variety. One is called hot variety, which is cultivated in higher temperatures, say higher than 25 degree centigrade, and another one is cold weather austriatus.
One thing is very interesting, that there are these red little toppings, or caps.
Yeah, these are called,
These ones.
yeah, these are going to get enlarged like that way.
Oh, okay, okay.
Second one is
Austriatus, you said.
Yes.
Okay.
The second one is Pleuritus florida. It is white in color.
Okay. So, was it originally found in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where the name came from.
There are few bags which trainees have prepared.
Right.
This row is for trainees.
Trainees. Okay. So you also train people here?
Yeah.
Right.
Training are given how to cultivate mushroom. It's a 3 days training program, residential.
Right.
And,
so anyone can come and join, or
yes,
it's only restricted to the tribal people?
No. It's open to all.
Okay.
Preferably if a group of people of at least 5% can form a group, then it will be easier for us to demonstrate and conduct this training program. These are all made by the trainees. Here is another variety. As you have seen, those mushrooms are growing in cluster. Now I can show you another variety where a single petal is coming up. It is called SajorKaju. Pleuritus SajorKaju.
That's very, very sweet.
You can take this
That
one.
must be an Indian variety, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one. See, the petal is little black. You can take this nap from
Back. Yeah, sure. Right.
See, the petal is little black.
Yes.
This one.
There it is.
This one is
Blackish.
also. See, they are not coming in cluster, right?
Right.
And there is a black tinge, black color cap. As the petals grow, the black color will fade.
Okay, so this is also
This is also SajorKaju.
SajorKaju. Have you cultivated a little bit about these linguistic origins of these names? It's altogether a different subject, of course.
No.
Very interesting to know. Right. Okay.
See, this pin.
So this is also blackish.
Yeah, it's totally black. The cap is black.
Hold it.
If you can take this bag,
Okay.
see, these are the pins.
Beans.
Pins, yes, these are called pins, which is the matured form is called fruit body.
Right.
So since there is no hole, so they are not getting any space to come out. So
So they are just rupturing the wall. So these are those pin heads, right?
exactly.
These ones.
After it get proper watering, then it will bloom like this way. This is you can say this is the first stage.
Right. They haven't yet grown to the fruit bodies.
Exactly. See,
And this will
once
grow.
it matures,
Right.
it will take this kind of shape.
Right. Very prominent.
This one, this is over matured. See,
Oh.
it has become little yellow.
Hmm.
Generally, we throw it away because if you try to
Is it also Austriatus?
yeah, it's also austratus. If you try to consume it, it will be hard to cook, and it's like it has become stale. Okay. If watering is not done properly, then the pin heads can get dried also.
Right.
We are going to cultivate another variety which is called Pleuritus
Jamor.
Jamor.
Okay.
The color is pink. It's a very cute mushroom.
Okay.
Generally, it is cultivated in our country around after March or April.
Okay. But all these mushrooms are domestic mushrooms, or are they wild?
No, these are all domestic mushroom. I mean,
Right.
these are all cultivable.
Cultivable.
Initially, these are found in forest.
But when we are talking about wild mushrooms, that it's not the the biochemistry hasn't been characterized in that detail. You're not referring to these mushrooms.
No.
Oh, okay.
I can show you another mushroom which is wild in nature. This one. See, this has grown from the bamboo.
Ah.
Right.
Okay.
But these are not edible.
That reminds me of an allegory. When we, in our childhood, used to visit the Alipur Zoo, we used to call something called Bini Paisha Katbirali. Okay, so this is the laboratory.
Yes,
Okay.
this is our mycological lab. It's very small. This is the transfer room.
Okay, so this is more familiar to me and people like us. Laminar airflow.
Yes, laminar airflow. This laminar airflow is used to do tissue culture and to prepare commercial mushroom spawns and master spawns. Okay, these are all transferred.
Transferred.
Transferred means master spawn has been used as an inoculum to prepare these commercial spawns.
Okay. So I can see some cultures also.
Yes.
Broth cultures.
Yes.
What
This
do they
is the,
contain? These cultures.
It is the PDA media, potato dextrose agar media.
Right.
It is primarily used to culture mushrooms, and this variety is called Pleuritus jamor. That is a pink colored oyster mushroom.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
This is a subculture variety. Then Durga, who is working on tissue culture and making this master spawn and commercial spawn, she will transfer this agar piece as a inoculum to prepare master spawn, and then those matured master spawn will be used as a inoculum to prepare commercial spawns.
Right. Like it's a common practice in the microbiology labs also that
Yes,
you have a inoculum to start with from minus 80 something, and then you grow it in a pilot culture and then you amplify it. Similar to that. I can see an agar, I think.
Yes,
The
this
solidified.
is the potato dextrose agar
Okay.
media.
And what are these broths? Or are they agars also?
No, they are all agars.
Okay. So what is the form of the liquid culture?
Uh,
There is no liquid culture?
yes, liquid culture is there, but it is on trial run. Okay.
But that's the same thing without the agar.
Without the agar, but there are some variation in the composition. We are going through a trial phase to optimize the liquid culture media so that we can use those liquid culture media as an inoculum instead of this agar.
Right. And tell me one more thing. What essential supplements you need to give in a mushroom media?
It's the carbohydrate that we get from potato, the starch, dextrose.
No proteins.
No proteins is not.
Oh. They don't need proteins to grow?
Maybe very little amount that can be supplemented well from the potato or from the dextrose. Not from the dextrose,
No,
from potato.
nothing like peptone
No.
or tryptone.
No.
Can you just turn on the aeration near the fan maybe?
No, actually they are doing some work.
Oh, okay. Shouldn't interfere. It's a UV laminar also?
Yes. There
Never
is
knew.
UV light. UV light is there.
So these packets are currently, under exposure of
UV light.
UV light, and also this is not UV light.
No, this is not UV light.
So both the lights are.
No, actually they are supposed to switch it off.
So switch it off. So this is the UV light. Right.
This room is used to keep tissues. There is a freezer inside
Okay.
that is used to preserve tissues of different varieties of mushrooms. And there is a BOD incubator also and a water distillation system.
Okay, so there is a BOD incubator, a water distillation system, and a freezer. Right.
This is the spawn incubator room.
What is the temperature maintained here?
It is around 22.8 degrees centigrade today.
Right.
These are the matured commercial spawns. As you can see, this whitish thing, this is the mycelium. Okay.
Right.
And these commercial seeds will be used to prepare those straw packed bags.
Right.
Okay.
So, let me understand this in detail. Like, so these will be cultivated to form the fruit bodies, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So these you have bought from somewhere, or
No. She prepared it.
she prepared it. So what is the, primordial ingredient from where you begin your venture?
As you have seen those fruit bodies earlier in that room,
Right.
those fruit bodies are used as a starting material to start the tissue culture.
The fruit bodies.
The fruit bodies directly. Okay. Then from
But
that,
you grow the fruit bodies also eventually.
Yes.
So part of it you keep it for recycling.
You can also have those tissue from National Mushroom Research Institute situated in Solan and from other sources also.
Okay.
I can show you one subculture. See. Mycelium is totally covered. These are the exudates. See? Pinning has been started from subculture also. But these had got dried up because they lack proper environment.
Okay. So if you just keep it like that, they'll start growing.
Exactly. If you provide them with proper environment.
Okay. So these packets will then be autoclaved, right? So you have an autoclave also.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of chemicals.
Chemicals, yes.
It's an agar, malt extract agar. Right. That's the potato
This is
dextrose
potato
agar.
dextrose agar.
Yeast extract powder. Agar powder. Dextrose. Agar powder again. Dextrose. আচ্ছা দুর্গাদি, আপনি আমাদের একটু মানে পরপর স্টেপগুলো যদি বলেন আর কি, একদম গোড়া থেকে কি কি করতে হয়।
প্রথমে মিডিয়াম বানাচ্ছি।
আচ্ছা, সেই মিডিয়ামের এই সমস্ত ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্ট এখানে রয়েছে, তাই তো? আচ্ছা,
ওই আগার, ডেক্ট্রোজ, আলু, ডিস্টিল ওয়াটার ওগুলো দেন।
আচ্ছা, আপনি আলু সরাসরি দেন? আচ্ছা, বেশ। সেগুলো কি পরিমাণে কি অনুপাতে দেওয়া হবে সেসব আপনার কাছে কোথাও লেখা আছে নিশ্চয়ই? আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, সেই অনুযায়ী বানান ওজন করে। বেশ।
তারপরে ওইটা পরের দিন
হ্যাঁ,
ওইটা ছাতু এনে টিস্যু বানাতে হবে।
ছাতু এনে?
মাশরুমকে ছাতু বলে।
ও, মাশরুমকে ছাতু বলে। আচ্ছা, হ্যাঁ।
ছাতু এনে একটা টিউবের ভিতরে রাখতে হবে আধ ঘন্টা।
আধ ঘন্টা? আচ্ছা।
ভিতরে তারপরে ওইটা কেটে মানে উপরে চামড়াগুলো ফেলে দিতে হয়,
আচ্ছা,
ভিতরে শ্বাসটা নিয়ে ওই টুকরোগুলো ওই ভিতরে মানে ওই মিডিয়াম বানানো হয়েছে সেই মিডিয়ামের ভিতরে এটা দিতে হবে। তারপরে 2-3 দিন পরে ওটা আস্তে আস্তে তুলোর মতন দেখা যায়।
আচ্ছা,
10-12 দিন পরে ওটা আরো ট্রান্সফার করতে হবে অন্য টিউবে।
আচ্ছা,
ওটা হলো টিস্যু হয়ে গেল। তারপরে ওটা সাব কালচার,
সাবকালচার।
7-8 দিন পরে ওটা আরো সাব কালচার থেকে আরো মাদার করতে।
আচ্ছা,
মাদার হলো মাদার থেকে আরো 10-15 দিন পরে ওটা আরো কমার্শিয়াল।
আচ্ছা, কমার্শিয়াল। আচ্ছা,
এই তো এইটা কমার্শিয়াল। এটা থেকে ওই মাদারটা এটার ভিতর দিতে।
আচ্ছা, বেশ। না, আমার প্রশ্নটা হচ্ছে এই যে সাদা গুঁড়োগুলো যেগুলো,
ওগুলো তো এটা অন্য পাউডার।
না না, যেগুলো চালের গায়ে কোট করা,
এটা তো ক্যালসিয়াম কার্বন।
এটা ক্যালসিয়াম কার্বনেট?
ক্যালসিয়াম কার্বনেট আছে।
এটা রুট বডিজ নয়?
ওই টেসুর পর সাব কালচার,
হ্যাঁ।
ওটা থেকে ওই যে সাদা সাদা অংশ যেটা বের হয় মাইসিলিয়াম,
হ্যাঁ।
ওইটাই দিলে পুরোটা সাদা হয়ে যাবে।
হ্যাঁ, সেই গ্রেনিংটা তোমরা কি করে করো, মানে গুঁড়ো করো কি করে, যার ফলে তুমি এখানে এটাকে
ওটা গুঁড়ো করতে হবে
ওটা
না,
গুঁড়ো
ওটা
নয়।
কেটে ওখানে দেবে।
কেটে?
হ্যাঁ, একটা চামচ আছে সরু, ওটা দিয়ে যদি বোতলে থাকে তো এটা দিয়ে বের করে এক টুকরো এটাতে দেওয়া হয়।
আচ্ছা। These white grains that we see distributed over the rice grains, they are calcium carbonate and calcium sulfate, and a few pieces of the tissue like mycelium, if you put it here and mix it, it would be automatically coated with the root bodies, right? What is the need of the calcium carbonate and calcium sulfate here?
Actually, the mixture of calcium carbonate and calcium sulfate is used in a particular ratio.
Right?
The main function is to maintain a certain pH, and
It
also
acts as a buffer,
it acts as a buffer,
alkaline buffer.
alkaline buffer, and also to keep these grains sticking away from each other.
Okay.
These are the main purpose.
But there is no water as such.
There is no water.
So how the buffer will work in a solid phase?
See, there is some moisture, okay,
Okay.
already inside the grains.
Already inside the, that's very minimal.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough. The amount of moisture required to cover this mycelium is sufficient, which is contained within this
Rice grains.
Because if you put excess water, then there is a chance of getting contamination.
Okay, so that's interesting because by keeping it substantially dry in a very low moisture, low water activity condition, you are also avoiding contaminations or growing of contaminants, bacteria.
Inhibitors and all these things.
So that's the whole principle of perishable, non-perishable, foods also, like wheat and rice, for example.
Basically, those grains are used as a substrate to grow commercial and master spawns.
We were discussing about the selling and marketing of these mushrooms, grown mushrooms. How do you do that?
People who got trained in our organization, we gave them all kind of technical support, and also provide them with quality mushroom seeds.
Right.
They grow their own.
Okay.
And they sell it on their own.
Oh, okay. So which people are you talking about here? Like, are they tribes also, or
Mainly tribal people.
so they sell it on their own?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, they are women's self-help group.
Okay. Belonging to the tribal community. So they, make their own expenses for the transport or things like that.
They are all local people.
Okay. So they take it from you. They only grow it here,
They
isn't
only
it?
grow it here.
Okay. So they take it afterwards and go to
They
the.
sell it to their own.
So are these markets, restricted to any locality, urban, rural?
Till now, it is restricted to the nearby city is Jamshedpur. So the market is in Jamshedpur.
Okay.
But since it is very close to Bengal, West Bengal, so there are many people who also sell them in West Bengal area also.
Okay, but there might be markets elsewhere in the country or even outside the country also. Have you ever thought of selling your products abroad maybe, or
There is a huge market of this kind of mushroom in mainly in Europe.
yeah, of course.
But the problem is that then we have to make some linkages and we have to avail them with proper transportation, storage, and everything.
Yeah.
To provide.
Let me tell you that mushroom is a it's not a main course food, but it's a very common side dish in European dishes.
And in our country also, people who are purely vegetarian,
Uh-huh.
mushroom may serve
Yeah, of
as
course.
a very important food item in their daily platter.
Yeah. Mainly because of tastes. Mainly because of tastes
Mainly
and
because of taste, because,
uniqueness of the
we
taste.
believe in taste rather than its
Cultivating
yeah.
their food values and
yeah, exactly, cultivating their
nutrition
food
values.
So basically, we have to make then some linkages with the tribal women self-help group along with the people involved in exporting. In
Yeah.
importing this
You got to
mushrooms.
build up a travel or transportation logistic.
Exactly.
To deal with an export of that scale. But are you in the process of doing that?
We have a plan in our mind of doing this kind of things in near future.
Okay.
But
It will take time.
till date, we are only concentrating on giving trainings and giving them all kind of plausible supports that we can provide them with, and providing them with quality mushroom seeds that
Okay.
are available in our lab.
But then I presume whatever amount of mushroom is produced in a financial year, you are able to sell it to whatever market you are restricted till now and get the money back to make it use in the next year.
Generally, fresh mushrooms are in huge demand in our local area. But even if some amount is left behind, then we make it sun-dried, and then also try to make some other value-added products with those sun-dried mushrooms,
Okay.
and also try to sell it
Sun-dried.
sun-dried.
Like
mushrooms.
pickles.
Not only pickles. Pickles is one of those items.
Mhm.
Apart from that, we are also trying to make some soup powders,
Uh-huh.
some masala powders, and
Okay.
biscuits, nuggets. Yeah.
Really? Sounds like a sardinated fish called shutti.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
These are the fruit bodies. You can take a snap.
Right.
Yeah. These are the mature bags. This is the probably fourth flush or fourth cropping round.
Little bit
3
of
to
darkness
4
here.
crop.
There it is. How beautiful. So that's a grown mushroom.
Yeah.
The
This
fruit
is
body.
The fruit body.
Yeah. Ready to be served after cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. There are few.
There are here also, as you can see.
You can take it from here also.
Okay. So every bag is now containing this. So this is the normal way. So the fruit body is just come out from the holes of
From
the
the
bag.
holes, exactly.
Okay. That now I understand why the holes are there. Not only for the aeration purpose. Okay. Right. In many Chinese restaurants, I have come across, probably you also, with something called asparagus
Asparagus.
asparagus soup.
Yes.
That is also mushroom.
No, that is not a mushroom.
What is that? Do you know?
That is some kind of vegetable maybe.
Okay. But you are not calling mushroom as a vegetable.
No, basically it is a vegetable, but the food values are between vegan food and non-vegan foods.
Oh, I understand. That's why I had the analogy with lentil. We call it what we call mushur dal.
Exactly.
Yeah. It is as proteinaceous as meat. Something like that.
Same thing is also applicable for this kind of mushrooms.
Right. So, since I know that you are from protein crystallography background, you did your PhD from exactly the same department from where I also did mine. Uh, you know, have you ever thought of utilizing your training, your specialized training, in some way to this project? Because I can see there is a scope, because these are essentially proteins.
Yes.
So, a very innovative idea can begin, maybe very basic also, that why don't you try to, extract the ingredients from a grown mushroom and then run a gel, maybe,
Actually,
to
this
see
kind
the.
of basic works has already been done.
Yeah, of course.
Three main ingredients of this mushroom is pleuron, from which the biological name pleuritus has come from. The second one is
Is it a
lovastatin.
carbohydrate?
Yeah.
Okay.
The second one is lovastatin.
Okay. That's a
And-
cholesterol inhibitor,
Yeah,
competitive
yeah,
inhibitor. Yeah.
And the third one is argothioneine, which is a natural antioxidant.
Right.
So these are the main three components which is primarily found in this mushroom.
But none of them are proteins.
No, these are not proteins, but
Okay.
regarding those extraction, running a gel, this kind of work has already been done.
Chemical characterization,
Chemical
as you can.
characterization. Actually, I want to focus on the wild mushrooms, because as I have told you earlier, the identification process of wild mushroom that are found in our hilly areas is not yet identified yet.
Ah, there lies a
So
scope.
I want to focus in that area, and this year in monsoon time I have collected few. I will show it to you also.
Okay. Can you, for our audience, name a few parallel organizations who were traveling the same road like you at that time, but has shifted to the notion of NGOs later on?
Yeah, a lot of organizations are there who are compromising, or they are saying that okay, we have to change according to the situation and time. So a lot of excuses are there. But again, okay, some good things are happening, no doubt.
Certainly.
But the environment, the atmosphere has changed a lot, which I personally I don't like, or don't feel free with the situation. Encourage this voluntarism among the scientists, technologists, the young generation.
But sir, look at the fact that these young scientists who are you referring to, they also need to have a livelihood so that they can also, contribute, depending on their ability and free will. But the scope is gradually being reduced by this, invasion of so-called capitalist mentality all over the world.
A lot of scientists are going out of country. Okay.
At some point of time they have to, because the situation is such regarding employment and everything.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. So instead of that, if they could pressurize the government, the opinion, scientific community opinion is made like that, that we will stay back here, we will contribute to the development of people. And we need this, and we need this minimum sustenance.
Again, I would say, being part of a scientific community, so these steps has to be taken by the real big shots in the field, who essentially are, related to policy making.
You have to make that opinion, okay? You have to campaign
Yes.
to the lawmakers or to the concerned people.
Yes,
There
but
should be some movement, okay? The young scientists, they should start this movement that we want to do some constructive work here at our country, in a remote area. But that kind of attitude has to be built up among the scientists.
surely you
Among the
have to
young
take a lot
scientists.
of risk also.
Yeah.
But it's very good to see, people like you, Shima, to join here. It was a pleasure to come here, and I really want to highlight this in front of the audience, that if you really have the will and think of pursuing your own interest, you can actually break the shackles of certain closed community mentality to go into a broader place and pursue your own interest, like Shima has done, for example.
Thank you so much, Shankarda, for giving me this kind of exposure, and I'm very much grateful on behalf of my organization.
Yeah.
And,
We are still
lots
left
of
with a
thank
lot
you.
of things here. বুনো ফুলে ঘুরে ঘুরে প্রজাপতি ক্লান্ত যখন শুঁয়োপোকা থামে যে চেনা চেনা গাছের গুড়িতে, তখন বিকেল দেয় সন্ধ্যের আল ধরে হাঁটা, গোধূলি আঙুল রাখে হাল গেছে পথে নুড়ি, বুনো ফুলে ঘুরে ঘুরে প্রজাপতি ক্লান্ত যখন, ব্যস্ত পর্যটক পিঁপড়ের সফর ফুরোয়, ব্যস্ত পর্যটক পিঁপড়ের সফর ফুরোয়, বট গাছে গুটি পোকা গুটি সুটি মারে একা একা, রোদ্দুর ঘেঁটে ঘেঁটে শেষমেশ শরীর জুড়োয়, গোধূলির আব ছায়া ছুঁয়ে ছুঁয়ে সুবর্ণ রেখা, দিনের আওয়াজ যেই ঝিঝির কোরাসে মিশে যায়, দিনের আওয়াজ যেই ঝিঝির কোরাসে মিশে যায়, হঠাৎ জেনারেটর ওগড়ায় শব্দ দূষণ, টুরিস্ট লজের ঠিকে কাজ করে ফেরে সাঁওতাল, সেই পথে একা একা হাঁটতেন বিভূতি